because that child's action are largely reflected from the upbringing from the parents, they should be a good role model. This only applies if the child has parents. After clarifying for you, our parents are more responsible for the actions of their child, ours are proving what they are legally responsible by this example. Junior, on some of his high school pals, broke into a neighbor's garage and tried to steal some expensive tools. They got busted, and now on the top of the headache of hiring a lawyer, you find yourself charged with violating your parental duty to supervise your child. But you didn't even know about the theft until the cops appeared 2 days later. Can you be convicted or blamed? The answer is yes, not only in my opinion, but also according to the United States of America official legal parental responsibility law. Each state imposes legal responsibility on parents and legal guardians for the delinquent and criminal acts done by minors in their charge. Parental responsibility statutes have been in effect in the United States. Most parental responsibility statutes punish parents for what they have not done rather than what they have done. This law makes parents criminally liable and blamed or convicted because they have not fulfilled their parental duty by keeping their child from breaking the law. Most parental responsibility laws be held on the actions of the parents. Each state have been imposed for a hundred of years of parental responsibility laws. Most parental responsibility laws follow one method, that children commit their crimes because parents have failed to supervise parental control and oversight on them. And that the way to inspire parents to exert the necessary control is to punish them if they don't. So the parent of the garage thief is not convicted or blamed for the theft, but rather for letting his child commit it by failing to exercise proper parental control on him. See, parents are legally responsible for the actions of their child. Whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, you cannot deny this fact. There have been laws made. It's real, it's valid, it's official.
First question. Who is asked if the child commits a crime or get into prison? The child or the parent?
Who's what?
Asked. Who asked them why they did commit that crime?
First of all, the person who have been abused by the crime, he had the right to complain for the...
Who is asked? Who, when a child does a crime, who is asked? The parent of the child or the child himself?
A child is brought to the police station and then they will call their father if I was a man under 18.
They already killed the guy.
Yes.
So who is asked? The child or the...
Who's asked for what?
Just tell me one word. The child is the one who is asked or the parent?
Asking for what?
Why he did that? Who will judge them?
The child.
So how can you say that the parents are responsible when the child himself is asked for his own actions?
He have been a young, and they should be responsible for his action. They should teach him right from wrong.
So
They should guide them to the right path. And I'm sure that if that child was taught under good behavior, he will not commit that crime.
I know, but there are some people actually doing that. So I'm asking.
So
you
is that
agree with me
fault?
that a child is asked?
Yes, he's asked.
Thank you. The second question is, if a child doesn't have a parent or his parents are not in existence anymore, who is responsible?
I have said that in my
Who is
speech.
responsible? I'm asking you.
If that parent kill himself or no, it's his responsibility. Otherwise, it's not his responsibility. I have already said that. It's only applies if the parent have a child. If the child have parents.
So,
I already said that.
okay. So, do you think that all parents in the world have the same level of mentality, education, knowledge, and experience?
No, but if they choose to have their child, they should.
Yes or no?
No.
Then, how would you accept that all parents would use the same standards of raising or disciplining their children if they don't have the same level of mentality or education?
Mentality and education can be, branches of one concept. But child, they should be wise enough. Or else, let them not have a child.
Okay. And do you think that all children also have the same level of mentality and personality?
It depends on their parents.
It doesn't depend.
No, it depends.
The parents are.
So you can say for me that the child of a farmer is like the child of a doctor.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
You said for me.
Do they have the same level of mentality? It depends on the
Yes.
So how it means that it's okay for a child who has a farmer, his father as a farmer, it's okay for him to commit crimes. But the one who has his father as a
I didn't say that it's okay. We said that it's more higher the probability of a concussion for him to commit a crime because his father may not be wise and his fault not to be wise and not to guide his child to the right path.
Can you said that there are many laws that have been officially raised
Yes.
for the parents.
They
Can
have
you
been-
mention them and give me the source?
Yes, I can mention them. They are here. Can give the judge also.
I need to see them.
Yes, you will see them.
One for women.
Because I need to see.
Yes. I have followed in the criminal defense lawyer.com page that have been concluded to this sentence.
So after they did the law,
And the one who published and posted in this particular page was Diplomacy England. Is a legislator with 20 years of employment law experience. You cannot teach someone who is in this proficiency while you're not. She has published numerous articles and essays for employment and civil rights law, and frequently speak on these topics before legal and HDR professional organizations. Published also by Normal.
my fourth question is, do you think that problems such as alcoholism, poverty, poor education, poor healthcare, and family histories of abuse can lock a family into a cycle of problems that continue to perpetuate behaviors others can view as irresponsible?
It's a parent's responsibility if that child have alcoholic. Thank you so much.
Your 5 minutes.
Good morning, everybody. Today our topic is all about parents should be responsible or not. Who is the one who is saying whether they are responsible or not? And why would they be responsible? Responsibility isn't just saying you are responsible, but the one who is responsible must have a punishment if he lost his own responsibility. How can we say that parents are responsible till a specific age, and countries themselves don't agree on a specific age of majority? In USA itself, Alabama has different age of majority. They consider it 19. District of Columbia 21, and even Nebraska 19, Mississippi 21. In the same country and different states. So how can we say that they are responsible till that age and we don't know that age yet? And if you say that they are responsible, then they should be asked, even if the child does a crime. At the outset, it must be noted that parental responsibility means different things in different contexts. In the United States and parts of Canada, parental responsibility will often refer to a kind of law that holds parents legally accountable for the actions of their children. They will get a punishment if their children does bad actions. But in European countries and Australia, they mean only the welfare. You must know how to raise your children well, but you are not responsible if they commit crimes. And for example, if a child of yours were to steal a diamond ring, and you raised them very well, do you think you should be punished for his action? A teenager does a bad action and he knows that it's bad. So why should the parents be asked and put in prison? And if these laws are there, then can you answer my question? Why, when a child commits a crime, the child himself or herself is there in the prison, not the parent? Though there are the laws that really put the parents are in trouble. And can you tell me how many countries agree on that laws? You'll find the majority will not agree on them, as long as we can't even identify the age of majority. Most parents raise their children the best way they can. They teach them what's right and what's wrong. And you can give punishments where you see fit. However, when a child grows and starts to spread his or her wings, you can their choices are no longer under control of their parents. You lose some control after they grow up. Children should learn to be held accountable and to be responsible. It's really very dangerous as a result when the child didn't learn from when he was young that he must be responsible for his own actions. And remember that child will one day be a parent. So if he will not be responsible for their actions, then how will he be a parent? If they say that a parent is responsible. And the second point is for saying that they are responsible, you must have the same standards of raising, same laws that everybody must agree on. Supervising. The government should supervise each and every parent if they are checking this, working on this standard. And we must also agree on, which is impossible, and we must agree on the age of majority that till now we can't agree on it. And also the same level of mentality. How can a parent agree on a thing that he or she does see that is wrong? And when, for example, if a child has his parents dead already or separated for personal reasons, who is responsible then? The mother or the father? And if they are responsible, will they really be asked? And the third thing, you can't put the child in a bubble throughout his own life. If you calculate the hours of the day, 24 hours. How many hours would you stay with them? Let's say the normal child sleeps 11 hours. Not like the adults who sleep 8 hours. 11, let's say 8 in the school. Now they are already 19. And 19 from 24. Let's say he will eat, drink, study. When will you stay with them so that you can watch them each and every moment in your life?
Their young age.
Excuse me. It's the child's decision to commit a crime or offense, while the parent did raise him in a proper way. Thank you so much.
One give one. One Mr. Muhammad. We'll set the time first, okay? Should be finished. Before I ask you any question, I want you to make sure that when you're saying yes to me and to those people, you are not saying no to yourself. So my first question to you this morning is as the following. Can you define for me the term action?
What you have done.
What you have done. Only. Can't you be elaborated more? It's the act of doing
You're
something,
asking for
right?
my definition.
The act of doing
Excuse
something,
me.
right or no?
What?
Action is
You're
the
asking
act.
for my definition, right?
Yes.
Doing the action. That's it.
Okay. I want you to answer this question by yes or no only. Again, by yes or no only. Do you consider the words, the terms, eating, drinking, educating, and playing actions? Okay. So I want you by one word only answer this very simple personal question. Who is responsible for educating you by paying your school fees? So they are responsible for the action of educating you. Why we are debating? It's over. If you want more questions, I can give you.
Can explain.
You are a
Why
team.
I
I didn't
said
ask for explanation.
So don't judge
You are a
me.
team. You messed with some stuff around. So the police came and arrested you. They took you to the police station. My question to you here, I want you to answer it by yes or no only. Are they gonna call your parents to the police station? Yes or no? If you are well man.
Excuse me. Will they be put in prison?
If you were man, when you are arrested for doing something bad, are they gonna call your parents if you are minor?
Depends on the country you're living in.
This country.
This country. We're talking in the world, the whole world.
Answer by yes or no. And then
You'll judge the whole world in this country? By this country?
No, I'm asking for a person, for you. If you have done this,
Not always.
if you have
Depends on
done
your
it,
age.
are they gonna call your parents? Yes or no?
What age? Tell me
If
the
they
limits of the
are
age.
they gonna call your parents? Yes or no?
I can't answer this question.
No, you
must.
should answer it
What should I?
because I'm asking you.
I'm asking for
and you have the right to answer.
Clarification.
Otherwise,
Tell me the limits of the
you are,
age.
you are not
In my
answering
age-
my question.
In my age, they will not call my parents.
No, I said a minor under 18-year-old.
You didn't say that.
I said a minor. Did you
A
hear the
minor?
judges? I said a
A
minor
minor?
several times.
A minor, yes, but at
Yes.
the end,
Why they are gonna call their parents?
to check if they have parents or not. But at the end, the child himself will be put in prison.
Why?
Or else there will be nothing
No,
called juvenile delinquency.
No, parents are sometimes paying money for their child to be released and not putting in the prison, even if you stole
It
something.
depends on the crime itself. Don't
Yes,
tell me that
but
you're
why are
gonna
they
kill
gonna call your parents?
Don't tell me that you're gonna kill someone and you will pay money to get out. Come on.
You said that you don't follow that. You don't say you said that majority don't follow the world don't follow majority, and America is not following the majority. How can you say that other countries should follow the majority? Yes.
Do you know what's age of majority?
If the world was under majority, then we will be under the rule of
You didn't
insects
understand.
centuries ago.
You didn't
Do
understand.
you accept
You didn't
insect to rule
understand
you?
what's age of
Just
majority.
insect to rule you?
Excuse me.
They are the majority.
You didn't
We're not
understand
following
age
the
of
majority.
majority.
We're
Age
not
of
following, I
majority
didn't
is-
ask for your explanation now.
Age of
I
majority.
didn't ask for it.
This is out of the topic.
No,
you're
you said that
deviating.
majority should be followed by the world.
You are deviating. Do you know
I'm
what's age of
deviating, I'm not
majority?
deviating. You didn't answer one
Do you
question.
even know
but
the meaning
I
of the
have the
word
right to
deviating?
ask, and you have the right to answer, and you didn't answer.
But this is out of the topic. I can't
No,
answer
no,
that.
it's not out of the topic.
Okay, give me the
You have
resolution.
said it. If it's out of the topic, why you have said it?
Because you misunderstood it. You
Well,
don't
I
think
didn't, you said it
Excuse
because
me.
I misunderstood it.
Excuse me. In the crossing over, I have the own right to explain if you misunderstood me. And you can
No.
ask the judge.
No, you
Age of
have
majority-
the right to ask if you didn't hit my question only.
But if it's out of the topic, I can't answer it.
It's not out of the topic. If it's out of the topic, why you said it? Before I said it even. Before I said it.
You misunderstood me.
No, you said majority, and I'm asking you that the
I
world
said
should
age
not
of
be
majority,
following
not majority. Age of majority, not majority. There's a big difference. Age of majority is the age where you
Yes,
can vote.
yes, I know
where you
that.
can-
But why did you answer my question?
Come
Do you
on.
do you consider a 16 or 17-year-old teen wider than a 40 or 50-year-old parent? Yes or no? Do you consider a 16 or 17-year-old teen wider than a 40 or 50-year-old parent?
Consider what? That person is unclear.
Wider than a 50 or 40 or a 60-year-old parent?
Consider it not.
Do you consider a 16 or 17-year-old child or minor wider than a 40 or 50-year-old parent? Yes or no only?
We're talking
Yes
about
or no
votes.
only?
We're-
Yes
no.
or no? No. Okay, how do you want them to handle their own responsibility if they're not wiser? If they don't have their own,
Who did
if
the
they are
action?
not mature
Who did
enough?
the action?
I didn't ask for explanation.
You are saying why
I'm
now.
saying for you.
You said why? How can you say no?
Yes, it's an
What does you know what why means?
I didn't ask
Do
you
you
why
know
for
what-
you. I'm asking the public.
People at the back refrain from making any disturbances. There.
Good morning. I want to complete what my friend left over here, but first I would like to remind you with our topic today. Parents should be held legally or morally responsible for their child's action. All parents have responsibility when it comes to raising their children, beyond the obvious, such as providing them food, water, and clothing. They should be expected to teach their children the right and wrong, or the behaviors that should be expected or shunned by the society. Parents are the leader of their own child. Parents should watch over their child and teach them how life works. If they don't teach them well, their children might just ignore the parents' decisions which were made to protect them. Here I want to demonstrate something mentally, which has been proved by the Ministry of Education of the Russian Federation at the year 2000. I'm talking about the orphans who have no parents to guide them, to correct them, to teach them the right and wrong. The orphans, after leaving the orphanage, 50% of them fall into a high-risk category, while 40% of them become drug users and commit crimes, and the 10% commit suicide. So if they have no parents to guide them, how they'll done something good, and there's no one to guide them, to show them the right and wrong. Just think, if you don't want to be responsible for your own child, who will be responsible? If you want to leave him as a child in the orphanage, how that could affect him in the future if he become a criminal. Here I have something that happened in USA about liability laws make parents responsible for minor children. Here we have one Stanford University professor was arrested after his 17 years old had a party in his basement. The professor, Bill Brannett, said he had forbidden alcohol in that party, and he checked twice on the teens. He spent one night in jail and was booked for 44 counts of suspicion and of contributing delinquency of a minor. Each count carries up to $2,500 as fine and geared for the child. Some states have taken action to hold parents liable when the children gain access to a firearm, but their provisions vary in language and parental intent requirements. At least 9 states hold adults criminally responsible for if their children gain firearm. If it was stored in some places which the children can access and use the firearm, the parents should be responsible for that. And it depends on each state imposes legal responsibility on parents and legal guardians for delinquent and criminal acts of minors. So, as I said before, the parents are responsible for their children, and who is not mentally mature to guide himself to the right or to the wrong. How he should be held for a mistake. Yes, he should be punished, but the parents also have a responsibility to gain some of this punishment. Maybe he commits a crime because of raising him wasn't good. Through family issues, a lot of examples we got that children and teens have done or commit crimes